I cannot deny that I've loved this person so deeply, so profoundly, beyond words, beyond human reality, but transcend. Welcome to Midlife with Orchid. Let's explore the nuance and the courageous moments of midlife. Let's share stories, reflection, insight, and conversation over coffee, where life's rhythms, revelations, and everyday courage can be witnessed and honored. This is Orchid, your host and storyteller. There is so many things that I adore about you. So many that I enjoy, so many that I like, and so many that I love. I love not because you've shown me something worthy to love. I love you because I realized that you are worthy of love. The beauty of humanity is not in our perfection, but in the way we fall flat on our faces when our known identity to this point is shattered. It is when we are challenged in our discomfort and beliefs. It is when we struggle to surrender to our grief. It is when we desire to transcend beyond our limitations, and in the same manner, continue to walk in the company of isolation. Isolated in my experiences, yet I hold dearly to these feelings for validation of my existence. I'm here, but I'm not real, though I need to feel. When all of our senses are awakened is when we feel so close to freedom. This is the moment we fight to cling onto the bars of the reality we've always known to keep us sane, to keep us safe. Preservation has become our purpose. We've become a puppet in our own show. Hiding is convenient, but it always disconnects. That which I chose is that which I push away. That which I want near is that which I fear. The beauty of humanity is not in knowing that I am beautiful nor lovable. Paradoxically, it is the abstract of this art that requires depth from the one that chooses to behold, admire, adore, and love this masterpiece called humanity. Humanity is beautiful just the way he is. Came from the earth, made from dirt, a clay that is molded in the way that I perceive him. And so I experience his fullness in my conscious awareness and deep connection to his essence and beauty. Therefore, today, I choose to ruminate. There is so many things that I adore about you, so many that I enjoy, so many that I like, and so many that I love. I love you because you are worthy of love. What an honor and privilege to be the one to stand for the love of humanity. I feel insecure expressing this, and sometimes I want to hide it and not share it, not be seen. But at the same time, I am yearning to be seen in this vulnerable, authentic place inside my heart. The yearning of my soul, the expression of my soul, the depth of my soul. Today, today, someone I had loved, someone I still love, though the love has evolved, I cannot deny that I've loved this person so deeply, so profoundly, beyond words, beyond human reality, but transcend. And their life has become a metaphor for humanity for me. And that poem you just heard that was inspired by him. I wrote this masterpiece called Humanity as I was processing our dynamic when we were together, how I can see his vulnerability, his depth, his beauty, and at the same time, in the same manner, paradoxically, I can see the things that I was like, how can I love this person? They're X, Y, and Z. They're this and they're that. But when he met me, when he met the version of me, it was the version of being able to hold the duality, being able to perceive and see that being a human being, being a human being, being able to see the dichotomy of a human being truly is a masterpiece. Human beings are not perfect, but human being in their imperfection is what makes us draw near to another human being. It is what attracts us to them. And really, the one is required depth from is the one beholding, is the one I am choosing to love this person. I love this person. I cannot deny I'm in love with this person because perception is subjective, and it is up to me that saying I love this human being, it really is up to me what it is that I admire, adore, love, like, or what, or the opposite of it. And another person perceiving this human being may feel totally different, may perceive totally different about what they like, what they dislike, what they love, what they adore, admire. So therefore, very different people could be perceiving this one person and they're experiencing a different version of them. And sometimes, sure, the person that's being perceived is expressing different version of them, but it is that dynamic. Together, this is the experience. Because of our dynamic, you are showing me what you are showing me, consciously or unconsciously, and I am seeing you in the way that I am choosing to see you, consciously and unconsciously. Hence, I go back to the title, this masterpiece called Humanity. It's both the object and the one that is perceiving that object, that's experiencing the subjective experience of that one. Today, it is this person's birthday. It is their birthday. If they lived, they would have been 40 years old today. They passed a couple years ago, and that would have been 2 years next month, actually. So they passed just a month after their birthday a couple years ago. And if they would have lived today, would have been their 40th birthday. Once again, here's the whole perception thing. It's like in my perception, and I've had other episode where I talked about life is not short because sometimes I feel like his life was short-lived, but then what if the purpose of their life was just for that? Ultimately, what I wanted to express today is that their life still impacts me, inspire me to this day. It has not ended. Our connection, I feel, still exists even after life. And what a synchronicity that Michael Jackson biopic came out this year and this month specifically in relations to Kyle's 40th birthday. Kyle's 40th birthday is this month, this year. And what I'm hearing and what I'm learning from these two souls, Michael Jackson I never met in person, but his soul did impact generations upon generations, and those that are going to learn about him after he is gone. And what I am learning this month specifically is the celebration of life, to celebrate their legacy, celebrate their life, celebrate how they have subjectively impacted my soul, what they are, who they are to me, and to remember them from that place. Remember the life they lived. And so I do. I celebrate Kyle, I celebrate Michael Jackson, and I remember their legacy as a life that has impacted me deeply. And I'm so grateful. I feel so privileged to have been a part of Kyle's life specifically, that I met Kyle, and what a privilege to have met him before he passed. I truly reflect and look back into the time that we met and how everything seems to have unfolded perfectly. The things that used to feel like why to me, why, now has come to a place of resolution. And I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude and overwhelmed with love. And to this day, I feel like Kyle let himself known to me. I have never met so many Kyle in my life since I met him. All of a sudden, after his passing, it's like I'm meeting Kyle left and right. And I feel like those are part of his way of letting himself know that he still exists and his presence, his spirit, his soul is still orbiting in my world. And I'm so grateful for that. Kyle, I love you. Happy 40th birthday. I know you are at peace. You are in a good place and there's no more pain. There's no heartache. Only peace, only love, only presence and existence. You are remembered. You are so loved.